huh?
Wow.
Episode 197. Fucking A's.
What?
200's creeping up, boys. But this episode is sponsored by VIIA Hemp Company. Our friends at VIIA Hemp have been a key part of our training regimen. They offer a ton of different performance products and even THC line that ships to all 50 states very discreetly. VIIA is known throughout the industry as the cannabis brand for performance. They make products with dispensary-grade THC that are formulated around effects like focus, sleep, recovery, and other benefits that boost your active lifestyle. We got a custom strain coming out, a custom gummy coming out for the Timbo Sugar Show. It's going to be phenomenal. VIIA Hemp gummies have been perfect for keeping our energy and focus up, especially CBG. CBG is a nootropic found in hemp that boosts your mood, your energy, and focus. We've been using these for training, but I've found that these even help me when we're gaming. A lot of people, even some families at the gym and stuff, they get prescribed all these pain meds, all these meds for shit. But I'm like, just try these out. Try this natural shit out a little bit more, and they all love them. So code TMS, 10% off, and get a free pack of their famous THC gummies. VIIAHemp.com/TMS. Dan, what do you think of them so far?
I love them, man. They hit the spot. I typically like to have one I don't like having too little, because then it doesn't feel worth it, and I don't like having too much because then I'm prone to anxiety. That thing was perfectly right in the middle. So.
Boom. Fuck yeah. Check them out, boys and girls. Yeah, this is one of our coaches for a long time, Dan Garner, over 3 years now, coming up 3 years?
Yeah, I actually did a little research before this episode.
Yeah.
And we recorded our first episode. It was episode 39.
Damn.
When we did that first one.
Back at Tim's house.
And we were already working together for quite a while at that point. So that was actually May 2019, episode 39. And we had already done labs. We had already been working. So at least I'm going to say 3.5 years and 7 fights going on our 8th.
Yeah, Dan takes care of me. He's a secret sauce to turning me into a machine outside of camp or inside camp. But even right now, we're a little over 3 months out. First time meeting Dan, flew down Monday. Been hanging out all day Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today's Thursday. You leave Friday. He's been observing just my life, basically. How I eat, train, everything. So he's been observing that just to get a better idea of who I am, and he already understands me internally, all my insides, and we do saliva, stool, blood work, urine, hair. You did fucking some hair shit. All sorts of shit to just get me dialed in to kill Peter.
Yeah, and when someone's flying down to kind of stay with you and hang out with you, it's like, but then you're not sure how it's going to be, but fucking Dan fits right in.
Yeah, and the hotel is literally like 3 or 4 miles from the house, and it's just like, it works out perfect.
Full kitchen.
Dude, his fucking, it's a small apartment, his hotel room. It's got it's got pots and pans and a full rack of silverware, big ass fridge.
Like Staybridge
It's a
in Great
sick
Falls?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be comfortable staying there for weeks, man.
Yeah, you could live at that.
Is it super expensive?
No, not too bad.
Fuck yeah.
I told him might as well fucking move down. Dan lives in Canada. Most of his clients are in the United States, so I don't think you'd have an issue moving to the United States. And Arizona, they got the team. We got Brandon, Tim, Tank, you.
Dude,
got the team down here, baby.
But dude, he's probably, you're here. What was it? 100.
It's been nice out, actually.
It has
the
been
whole
not
time
bad.
he's been here.
But still hot for Dan, huh?
Oh yeah, I got off the plane as a Canadian, not used to Arizona weather. I got off the
Sweats
plane
on.
in my pants, just feeling like a dumbass.
Just
It's
your
like,
car
okay,
hurts?
this is way too hot. And then I walked around all day, still in my pants because we were busy doing everything. And then I had like 2 liters of water at one point and didn't pee once. I was like, okay, I'm definitely sweating too much here in the desert. So we got to clean this up. But this week's been solid, man.
Yeah.
This week was all about leveling up, and it was weird how it almost sounded like it sounds weird, but it sounds like it's destined to happen, or it was destined to happen, because we had booked this trip before the Jan fight was even announced.
Yeah.
And then the Jan fight got announced, and we were already going back and forth. Like, okay, we do complete lab analysis, every single camp. And I'm always thinking to myself, like, how can we keep raising the bar? Because you are enhancing your skills. Mm-hmm. You are enhancing your business. You're enhancing everything that is, the brand of Suga. So I've always thought, like, if you went to someone else for nutrition, then that wouldn't make you a bad person. That'd be shame on me for not having the holes and the links in my system tight enough so that you would never leave me. So as you level up, I've always wanted to level up right along with you.
Yeah.
We're going to do a more extensive analysis. We're going to have more dialed in meal planning. We're going to make sure that everything is perfect for your physiology. So we have explored the world of deep physiological analysis many times throughout our past 7 fights together, and we've continued to level up. But now on this 8th fight, me being here, monitoring your full schedule, monitoring energy expenditure, intensity of your workouts,
Talking with Brandon.
talking and collaborating with Brandon, being here. We're doing 7 different labs this week, getting every single biomarker known to sports science measured and dialed in before we go into camp. So it was really destined to happen that this was the perfect time to dial things in more than they've ever been dialed in.
Yeah, 100%.
Is that your alarm?
Yep.
For the lab? Yeah.
I think
right on cue.
was I okay? Maybe am I supposed to do another P one?
Yeah.
I can't pee again.
You have to.
Pee twice.
Did you on the Bromalley show talk about your kind of London excursion already?
Oh, did you?
Oh shit, we haven't even done a podcast since Miami.
No.
Holy fuck, we got.
That feels like ages ago.
Yeah, the Miami vlogs just dropped today, so you guys kind of get an idea of how Miami was a little bit. We don't show all the secret sauces what happened in Miami. Miami was great. Tim hit 0 home runs. That's about it. That's about all we got to say.
Yeah.
You did well for yourself?
He hit a double, if you know what I mean, Jay.
No, I didn't. Do it. It's hard. I don't know. It's not hard, but it's hard when a chick has a friend and she doesn't want to leave her friend.
That's the worst. Not an excuse. It's happened to me too. I'm
but
like,
you always could sell
no,
it as a 3-banger, like you've done before.
Yeah.
previous.
Well, my-
That's
well,
a
you
hard sell.
I've done it.
It really is.
That's a hard
Twice.
sell. Usually one's a cock block and the other one might be down, but because the other one's not, she's like, let's go home. I'm getting
I
tired.
hate that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, never wanted to hook someone so bad at the club. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but then the London flight, I mean, you got back from Miami tired as fuck. I was not jealous of you getting on a flight to London.
I
was
wasn't
like,
jealous of
fuck.
me either. I literally was home for like 20 hours, and those 20 hours like flew by. I wasn't feeling good. At least I got to see Atlanta, which helped before I had to go to London. But yeah, the London flight and trip I was pretty much sick the whole time. Thought I was going to fucking die at some points.
I'm surprised you didn't get actually sick.
It's so weird, dude. I don't know how I did it. I think I just meditated it out.
Yeah.
Seriously, I was going...
Wim Hof'd it.
Inhale the good shit. Exhale the bullshit.
It worked. No.
But the flight was just... I took 2 NyQuil on the flight there. It's a 10-hour flight. I passed out for 8 hours. And then I woke up just like in my own sweat. It was fucked. It was a horrible fucking...
Did they feed you good meals on the
They
plane?
did. First class. Like your chair turns all the way into a bed. You have a pillow and a blanket. They bring you 2 meals. You can buy the Wi-Fi. Then you're pretty much just set. But yeah, London. I don't know if it was the places I went in London. But the cute girls weren't there.
Yeah, I mean...
But I also was just in Miami before that, so I was spoiled. Miami has the hottest chicks I've ever seen within miles of just anywhere we go. Just like, what the, you could have like 37 baby mamas. Did you know Elon Musk is just getting a bunch of girls pregnant because he's worried about the population diminishing too much? So he's like actually putting his sperm, just not actually fucking these chicks, putting his sperm into girls for them to have his babies, like multiple babies, a lot. You should look that up a little bit or somewhere.
He's so he's pumping them out, huh?
Yeah, he's pumping them out, and I'm like, damn. I
What's
wonder
the reason?
because he's worried about the population falling within the next couple decades or some shit. I don't know, something like that. I'm like, damn, that's sweet. That's something kind of like I want to do when I'm a billionaire. After I win this mega millions, the 1.2 billion, dude, I seriously might just start fucking nutting in tens. Is that cool with everyone here?
Yeah, well, it says Elon says the biggest problem the world will face in 20 years is population collapse, Musk said in 2019, referring to evidence of multiple countries around the world experiencing accelerating decline in birth rates. Here's what the United States has to say on global population
States,
growth.
But, I mean, you know what I mean?
He's just taking it upon himself to single-handedly
Yeah.
repopulate the earth.
That's pretty scary, though, that he's saying that. Like, I wonder why. Who
I've
knows?
never heard that.
Yeah, who fucking knows?
Should we start busting? fucking shooting duds.
Hey, it's Elon approved.
Yeah.
Elon said
Yeah, but if I hit the 1.2 billion, we got a couple scratchers. Got Jay a scratcher here, so 1.2 billion. You find out you win it. Boom. Okay, you win it. You get your money. Whatever. What's the first thing you get, Dan?
1.2 billion.
sick vibrator.
Oh man,
Golden.
that's so tough, dude.
No, 1.2 billion. Yep.
Yeah. I think it sounds weird and boring, but I think I'd go get my PhD. I would probably
Buy a PhD.
You just buy one. I would probably fuck off for like a month and party.
Drug
and
binger, just.
Dude, contacting Connor to hang out in the yacht.
Connor,
and
I'm a billionaire.
Yeah. All of that stuff.
Let me look at your shit.
I would probably do that for a month, and then my gut would start feeling like shit, and I'd be tired, and I'd be my
Depressed.
sleep quality. Yeah, I'd be like, okay, that's out of my system now. That would maybe last 3 to 6 weeks, and then I'd be like, all right, it's back to leveling up and progressing. And I would probably do that. Yeah.
Would you really?
Yeah. There's like I want to see the words Dr. Garner before I die.
Yeah.
Dr. Garner.
Yeah.
1.2 billion. I mean, fuck. I don't know what I'd do. Maybe I would just go pimp out a nice house here. The funnest part would be spoiling the family, though.
Yeah.
Get my dad a nice house down here, nice house up there, a nice truck,
Nice
money to
2010
work,
Honda.
money where he doesn't have to
Sick.
work. That would be the funnest part, is spoiling the parents.
Yeah, dude, that you shared yours. I was like, I'm gonna party, and then I'm gonna take all of my time and do this.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I want to share with family. I want to spoil friends.
Yeah.
Damn it, I wish I went after you.
No,
For real though, that would be solid. Hooking everybody up with a good house. And
Yeah.
no one has to worry about anything. 1.2 billion is absolutely absurd.
But you'd probably get about 500,000, remember?
Yeah, 500.
Yeah, I think the math works out that way after
taxes
taxes.
and shit. That's crazy. In Canada, they don't take a percentage. They don't take taxes out of lotteries. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
1.2 bill. What would you do? It would you?
I'd call Dana. Say, Dana, you know what about this fight, Peter? Okay, it's probably not gonna happen. Okay.
Or just show up, give her hell first round, and then fucking lay it down.
Show up overhand rights for the first round.
Show up with Connor on his yacht at like 160.
At 160, yeah. Like Paulo Costa just don't even care about the weigh-in.
Dude,
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd.
But for real, like, because they're so hungry to just keep.
We were talking about it the other day. He's like, what kind of motivates you still? And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I still haven't made the amount of money that I would like to make in my lifetime. I want to be just completely financially fucking free at 40-ish, like around there, which I'm not. So I'm still motivated by money, which is a big one. Yeah, then if I just won that lottery, I'd be like, I don't know, do I want to train today or do I want to game with the boys?
I mean, it would. My schedule would be surrounded around. I'd still train. I get so much
Yeah.
happiness from training and just like.
yeah, training in the gi last night, dude. I haven't been in a gi. I don't know if I've been in a gi this year.
Yeah.
Training in the gi last night was so much fucking fun, dude.
It's like a break for your mind. You're in this, and it's like.
It was such a nice high. And then we went and smoked a joint and fucking got in and out. I was just like, wow, bad.
So 1.2 billion though. What are you gonna? How much are you gonna give to your mom?
100,000.
No, give her a absurd amount and watch her still be stingy with it.
Dude, it's such a disease, and we've heard about, like, I've heard on the podcast, like, it doesn't matter how much money, when someone has that disease, money's not gonna fix it. Like, it doesn't matter how much money she has, she's gonna be just the same way she is, which is just crazily stingy. But she's a sweetheart. She's already kind of her life's good, but she'd be extra taken care of. Yeah,
Well,
for
okay,
sure.
so Daniel,
I'd get her a house.
Daniel, Michaela, your dad. What would you do? 1.2 billion.
I'd make him work. I wouldn't give him shit.
Really?
No, I'd probably give him something, but I'd make him work for it a little bit. I'd have to have him a little incentive. I think just giving people shit is that much money. You can't. What are you gonna do with it? Obviously,
I think
give
it
away.
is
But making
dangerous.
them work
It
for it,
is.
even if you're paying them like an excessive amount for something that's not very like that much worth the money, but making them work for it at least a little bit, to where they can feel like they earned it. Because, dude, if I just won this money, I'd be like, what the fuck? I didn't earn that. I guess like I'd go. I don't know. I'd get a lot of hookers.
Yeah.
There's
Some
something-
hot hookers.
There's something known as the
Jokes.
RockerFeller Method. Yeah, jokes. There's something known as the RockerFeller Method, where you can keep all of your, say, funds for the family in an account, but it's set up as a trust, so they can only ever access that money if they have a pursuit Like, so if you want to go back to school, if you want to start a business, if you want to, you don't actually have access to it unless it's for something committed to your own
what's
growth
that called?
in some way. It was a book I read. It's called the RockerFeller Method.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sweet.
Well, anytime you set up a trust, like if I set up a trust for Elena, you can put any rules in it that you want. You have to be in college for 74 days. Like you can put any rules in it you want. Mine says if you go to college, you don't get shit. That's what I wrote in it.
What I was reading is there was two super rich families back in the day. It was like the Carnegies and the Rockefellers. And the Carnegies' family fortune is gone, but the Rockefellers still stand strong to this day because of trusts like that. Because you did need to work for it. Because you did still need to do self-development, self-improvement in order to get access to that. So that was a supportive tool to your growth rather than a destructive tool to your demise, which it can be in the wrong hands.
And I was telling him too. I'm like, I know a lot. Like money, being happy and having a lot of money is a skill. I know people with a lot of money that aren't fucking happy. Like it's a skill to be happy in general. But then you add a lot of money on top of that, and it makes it almost harder for some people.
Oh, dude.
If you don't,
100%.
I mean, the stresses of not having money are fucking.
The only reason, the way to like figure that out though is like to have the money and buy the things and be like, wow, that didn't bring me any more happiness than my family or training or this shit that actually means something. But Dan was saying for young people, young bucks, he would recommend college. He would recommend college for people aspiring trainers or aspiring professionals in nutrition, right?
Just because it gives you that discipline to have to make sure you take the courses and shit, or what?
Yeah. So once you spend that much money, you better get the most out of it. Like that. That's how I've always took on any course, any certification, anything. Is that I'm not there to get a piece of paper. I'm there to become a better version of myself. So long as you treat it like that, then it'll absolutely help you, because there's a huge difference between knowing something and understanding it. Yeah. If you don't actually understand physiology, then the protocols that you know, you won't be able to apply correctly or course correct when they don't go your way. And I think that's actually the number one trait of any coach is your adaptability. Your ability to adapt and course correct towards the goal is going to be arguably the number one most important skill you have in the world of coaching, because it rarely ever goes your way the first time you create a plan. You are creating the absolute best educated guess possible for that physiological context that's in front of you. But everybody's individual in so many unique ways with respect to hormones, microbiome, inflammation, vitamin mineral status, environment. There's so many variables that offset the initial approach that you take, and only somebody who has a working understanding of physiology is able to properly adapt that to the physiology that they're working with. And that's like the one thing that college does right. There's obviously a lot of things I don't like, how much it costs when it puts you in debt forever, and then you're a personal trainer after and you make no money paying off that debt forever. The dumbass electives that you have to do, like I'm here to learn physiology for high performance, but I'm in drama class.
Or ping pong.
So you don't think, is there any like certifications like online through other programs that is going to give you a really solid baseline, or is it you're going to college to get that physiology course done?
The physiology course.
That's
done.
pretty much it.
That's, in my opinion, yeah. You're there to learn physiology, because an understanding of physiology is the most powerful thing you'll carry with you for the rest of your career. Most certifications are tools, but your knowledge of physiology will allow you to properly apply those tools. Because a certification will teach you a subset of protocols or a subset of programs or a subset of things to do to get over certain plateaus. But a tool is only ever as good as it is applied, right? If you try to use a screwdriver to do the job of a hammer, it's going to do a really shitty job. And people apply the wrong programs and the wrong prescriptions and the wrong meal plans to people all the time. And that's purely a lack of understanding of physiology. So there's those hard courses where you're like, God, like this exam's enormous. I have to understand so many things about cellular biology. Trust me, that's all going to pay off in the long run. And it's going to be your most powerful tool that you'll use against every other coach that's going to help separate you from the pack.
Damn. So you can't like go to a community college and be like, I'm going to do 2 years of physiology.
You can, but you better do a whole lot of outside work on top of that.
Yeah.
Reading research, buying your own textbooks, getting your own experience in coaching, learning your own physiology, learning labs. The internet is a beautiful thing that way. We all have access to research papers. We all have access to so much information, but you have to have the discipline and the memory recall and the passion to be able to actually go after that stuff in your time off. Like that was me. I was full-time at school, and while I was full-time at school, I did 6 certifications at the exact same time. Jesus. And then when I wasn't doing those 6 certifications, I was already designing programs for people, nutrition and training. And when I wasn't doing that, I was reading research already. And in that, I was actually tutoring the year above me in school. So that type of... When you know what your purpose is, you don't have to worry or ask questions like that. Like if someone said, hey, do I have to learn physiology when I'm not in class? Like it was so automatic for me. I can't even turn that off. Like the people who are going to be the best, I think, are simply just going to be the best, because how often out of a 24-hour day are you thinking about jiu-jitsu? Right? Like how often are you thinking about MMA? This stuff it kind of consumes a lot of us. And I don't think whether you do a 2-year course or a 4-year course or a 10-year course, you're still, to be the best, you absolutely have to do it when you're not there as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
We go into way more shit about training, about what to eat as a top elite athlete on the pod, on my RedHawk Academy pod.
Drop today, right? Or it'll be out already?
Yeah, drop today. So check it out on my page. We go over a bunch of good subjects. But we haven't talked about the upcoming fights this weekend either. We got Juliana Pena rematching Amanda Nunez.
Do you want to start? Is there good fights on the prelims and shit, or should we just start?
We can go to the prelims.
I just want to make an announcement too.
Let's hear it.
Starlink is officially being shipped to my house. So all those mean things, is that about you, Elon? Take them back, dude. Take them back.
We'll have your kids.
So it could be a week or...
Yeah, a week or so, and it should get it. So now we just have to wait and see if it's going to be good internet.
Dude, wait till you have your gaming studio.
At the house?
It's so
Dude,
nice.
I haven't had a gaming studio at my house in a couple years.
It's so nice.
But it's been nice. I also think it's so nice to drive 5 minutes away and feel like, all right, I'm at work. And you have a whole apartment that's like, it's my studio.
Yeah, and being around Schmitty and those boys is fun too.
So I'm kind of nervous bringing it back home, because then I can talk myself into, well, it's 6 a.m.
Just get a couple games
I can just play a couple.
Yeah.
Early prelims.
Nothing really good.
Shit.
Let's just go to the main card. Juliana Pena, Amanda Nunez. Amanda moved to her own gym, so she's literally training. She rented a little warehouse, put a cage, put mats. And I watched the countdown, and it said then you don't have to deal with other people in your weight class that are jealous or watching you. And it's a little bit understandable. But is she going to be prepared for 5 rounds? Is she going to be super uncomfortable, bringing sparring partners in, fresh ones, making her fucking tired? Or is she just going to kind of half-ass it again?
Just coast to
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Fight. The champ, Juliana Pena or some Nunez then. Who you got? You called it the first fight. You said Juliana is going to scissor her, and she did.
Yeah. I want to see Juliana win again.
That'd be sweet.
And seeing the countdown and seing the way her fight camp's coming about, it's like, fuck.
Juliana is hot. You're right.
I think she's hot.
Oh, wait. She's my coworker. Fuck.
That's okay.
She's pretty.
So it's illegal to call your coworker hot in the professional world?
I don't even know if she's my coworker, because I think we're all independent contractors technically, or whatever. But I don't know. I think in the real world, like, yeah, I don't think you can say that.
Yeah, you know what Juliana's
So
going to bring.
say that.
She's going to bring fucking grit. She's going to be scrappy as fuck. She does have some good wrestling. And the more scrambles, the more hectic the fight goes, the longer the fight goes, it's going to go in Juliana's favor.
I'm taking Pena too. What do you got?
I'm going to take Nunez.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to go against the grain here. I think that oh man, that's so tough though. I hate picking anybody for anything.
Me too.
But I think Nunez, with the legacy that she's built, I think that she's going to not want that on there. I think she's going to want to correct that mistake.
Yeah.
And she's got a lot of tools to win. So if she comes in as the Nunez that we know she can be, with her ground game, with the power that she has, I think that she just has more ways to win, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and she probably goes back to Florida. She's used to being this unbeatable champion, double champion. She goes back to Florida, and everyone's like, "Oh, you can win your belt back. You can win your belt back." Just constantly. So she's probably like, "Fuck, now I'm motivated."
Yeah.
Compared to the last 10 fights where it's like, I whoop these girls easy. I go crack them with the right hand, and they sit down.
Yeah.
Brandon Moreno versus Kai France.
Brandon Moreno, Kiker France, like,
It's a tough fight to guess. Oh yeah, that's what I asked you the other day. And you said,
yeah, they did.
who won? Something about the division, man. I don't know, man. Kai Car is fun to watch. Brandon Moreno's fun to watch too. I'm gonna say, I don't know.
How many pay-per-views do you think this one sells? 250.
Yeah, probably something like that. Maybe
250. I mean, it might sell a little bit more because they want to see Amanda Nunez get the belt back. Who knows? But yeah, 250,000 pay-per-view.
It's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be a great pay-per-view. I'll tell you that much right now.
Derek Lewis versus Sergey. You know we do have on the prelims is our boy Jakar.
Oh yeah, he's fighting. He got a short notice. Well, his guy pulled out. He got in a short notice fight.
Yeah, some Mexican kid that
Drew
I think
Dober's
he's
on
gonna
there
slaughter.
too. Rafa Garcia.
Yeah, so that's the fight.
Picking Drizzy.
Yeah, I'm picking too.
Yeah, fuck those fights. Yeah, the biggest fight. We got Cheeto versus Dom coming up in a couple weeks. But yeah, nothing too crazy coming up. Really, Kamaru, Leon, Paulo Costa, Luke Rockhold, Jose Aldo Marab. That's a sick card.
Is the Paulo Costa Rockhold going to go through?
Well, it's August 20th now. You know those watch parties UFC puts on? I think they want me to do one August 20th, just at the apartment or at the house, wherever we do it. If you want to come by, pop by, laugh, giggle.
A couple happy dads or probably
happies. This Saturday we're doing a couple meet and greets. I don't know. Check my Insta.
You know what time it starts? What time's the meet and greet start?
I think I think it's 1 to 2 and then 2:30 to 3:30. So just like.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Have you ever had anything wild happen at a meet and greet? Like some crazy.
I haven't done a meet and greet in a long time. Last time we did anything like that was the Happy Dad one, and that shit was fucking insane. The boys came to Phoenix and did a bunch of pop-ups around. That shit was insane. There was like little mobs of people just everywhere. I don't think it's gonna be like that, but yeah, but nothing crazy. Nothing crazy.
Let me
has happened at a meet and greet yet, at least.
Bust this little ad out real quick. Today's episode, guys, is brought to you by YoKratom.com, home with the $60 kilo. If you are into kratom, YoKratom is the only place where you can get the full kilo for $60. YoKratom.com has all your favorite kratom strains, amazing customer service, and you won't find better prices anywhere. So if you're over the age of 21 and into kratom, go to YoKratom.com, home with the $60 kilo, an official sponsor of the Timbo Sugar Show. Okay, so check it out. Link in bio, YoKratom.com. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, two fresh dads, boys.
Two fresh what?
How has having a baby fucking really changed your life? Like really?
Oh man, in enormous ways. Like I wanted kids. I knew I always wanted kids, but I never thought it would rock my fucking world, man. Like, you love the kid so much. It's crazy, and it happens so fast. So a lot of your behaviors, your routines and behaviors, like you're forced to change them, but you're also willing to change them because you love them so much. So that's like a huge thing. And then your purpose changes a lot too. Like, like I used to think my only purpose was to be the #1 nutrition and lab analyst in the world. And although that's still my purpose, I also have to be the #1 dad in the world. So like there's a kind of a concept, I call it extreme balance. A lot of people use the term balance to almost justify laziness. Like, I want to be more balanced. So then they eat bad food, or they skip a session, or they'll sleep in and not work, and they'll call it balance, but really it's procrastination or a lack of discipline. I like the idea of extreme balance. Why not be the best at nutrition, the best at being a lab analyst, the best dad, the best husband? I like having balance at a high level. So it's kind of forced me to explore that. What does that daily routine look like? What do those morning and evening rituals look like? How can I optimize my passion and dreams for my career without losing the family and relationships along the way? How can we really maximize extreme balance? Because I think of balance in a totally different way that other people talk about it. And having Hallie, she's 9 months old now. In this first 9 months, And I think I'm figuring it out. So she's in this year. I've run a full marathon, which I've never done before. I went from zero cardio powerlifter to running a full marathon in only 6 months. And I set that goal on the day she was born. So she was born October 10th, and I said, I'm going to run a full marathon in 6 months. I'm just going to do it because I'm not getting the dad bod. I'm not using that excuse. I'm not doing that. So I ran a full marathon in 6 months. And then less than 3 months after that, I did another thing I've never done before, which is bench press 405. So I'm pursuing strength and size goals, pursuing extreme endurance goals. Nothing in my business has dropped. My business has only improved. I've done more continuing education. It's forced me to explore that in a real way that I can demonstrate. She's been alive for 9 months, and I've got all those things done. So I don't like the idea of talking about balance or using having a new kid as an excuse for anything. Yeah. It's not going to happen.
What about you, Sean? Has it changed more than you expected it to change, or is it like...
I don't even know how to answer that. I feel like I don't even know life without Elena now. It's weird to think about when we get back from Abu Dhabi. A week after that should be 2.
Yeah.
So it's hard to even imagine a life without Elena anymore. I feel like I feel like she's changed and I've changed, but I don't know if it was because of her or just because I'm getting older. I do feel calmer, just like at home, and I feel like I'm able to just like chill more, relax more. I think that's part of probably my routines too, but I also think I'm more disciplined in my routines because of Elena. She just keeps me grounded, keeps me humble, keeps me far. Like I don't want to travel as much. Like Steve hit me up the other day, like, hey, you want to, like, obviously I have a fight coming up and stuff, but like I could go anywhere with anybody and go and party and do all these fun things, but it just doesn't seem as appealing to me anymore. And I don't know if that's because of Elena. Obviously, I want to be world champion too, and I think it's a mixture of those two. But having Elena, I feel like it's definitely slowly changed me over time, rather than just like she's born, I'm different. I think it's been a slow change over time, but it is the best thing ever. Like, when I don't see her all day and then I come home and see her, it's like the funniest shit ever. Like, she's so funny.
And then what's like, fuck, I did not expect that. Like the sleep or the before crying for no reason, or what kind of shit were you like, fuck?
Right now, probably there's like the teething. She's gotten, most of her teeth are in, but the teething sucks because their mouth hurts and they're crying, and like we have these little teether medicine packs that really help a lot, but teething sucks because it just hurts them. And there's nothing really you can do. I'd say the biggest thing that isn't even for me, is for Danny. It's just like the constant on the boob, like constantly on the boob, especially at night. It's just, I'd say it's probably been more of a surprise for Danny how much work it really is to be a great mom.
And imagine, like, okay, so Danny doesn't, I mean, she's taken care of. She has a nice house, nice everything.
Yeah.
Not a lot. But you still have to be so patient. I see with you and Danny, you got to be patient with this baby. And then I see these people that have kids that are unhealthy, on drugs, and they're just like, you see how so many kids are fucked up.
Yeah.
Probably because at that age, their parents aren't patient with them and hit them, or
rent's due. They don't got money, and then the baby's screaming, and it's like, I can't imagine. I always try to remind Danny too, because it is a lot of work, especially for the mom. I feel like even more so, because Elena is so attached to Danny and her boobs that it's just like, anytime anything goes wrong, it's I want mommy. I always have to remind Danny, be like, you could be a single mom, late on rent, no gas in your car. Like, we got it fucking good. And it's harder and I don't tell her that in a mean way. I would try to just like a perspective change.
But it's a powerful
to remind her.
Like Sam Harris talks about the negative visualization. Yeah. And visualize something being like opposite of what you got, way fucking harder. Sometimes it's good for you.
Yeah.
Put that in perspective.
Well, there's single moms out there with multiple kids.
On welfare.
I'm like, we got one princess who's pretty much fucking perfect. And we got diapers, we got wipes, we got fucking your car's plugged into the wall.
Well, and probably 90% of parents, I mean, maybe not that much, but maybe more, they're not even the ones raising their kid. Their daycare is.
Yeah.
They hang out with the kid in the night, and then maybe they're surfing their phone, eating their food, hang out with their kid a little bit, but 8 to 5 every day, the kid goes to daycare and hangs out with his friends and gets raised by someone else.
Yeah, dude. I think a baby can definitely help too, because like someone like Sean is a creature of routine. He actually likes being dialed in. Like when it's time for camp, it's time to get dialed in. There's the morning ritual, there's the evening ritual, there's the meal plan, there's the training. Everything has a purpose. And like that's one good thing about missing your kid if you're gone, is that you get back to that routine. It just gets you back there sooner, and you're on that routine for a longer period of time. And that new kid, like with the teething, with the routines, with all of that, perspective is everything. Like when you can be grateful for the process, when you do recognize what other people go through compared to what you're currently going through, even though it feels tough, even though it requires a ton of self-control, having the perspective on the situation is absolutely huge, and will bring you to the spot where it's a lot, you know, more tolerable to have the self-control you need during times like teething, which I'm currently going through right now. You're almost out of it. I'm right in it.
Getting into the terrible twos, though.
It's weird with us too, especially me too. It's like when I'm not doing like disciplined shit, I'm not being disciplined, I'm just not as confident as I usually am. And when I start being disciplined and doing all my workouts and doing hard workouts and doing shit, then I'm like, oh, that's where I get my fucking confidence from.
Everything flows better. Mind, emotions, body, everything's flowing better when you're in your routine.
It's hard not to be addicted to your routine. That's why when we go to these parties, I do enjoy it the first day or two, but then I'm like, I'm just declining, I feel like.
Fast.
Yeah, dude. That's why I said even if we got 1.2 billion, I'd maybe last 3 to 6 weeks max on that yacht.
I think you'd last a lot less than you think. Because, I mean, even in Miami, 3 days in, God, but for me, something like, I just need a shot of tequila to get me going again. And then get right back dialed in. You know what I mean, Jay?
When I'm in Vegas, if I do like a Friday, Saturday, I am ready to go Sunday. Like, like if you're staying on the Strip, for sure. Obviously, there's a whole world in Vegas that's not the Strip. But if you're on the Strip, like 3 days is plenty for me. I'm ready to get out of there.
I'm a little over 12 weeks out, a little over 3 months out. So this is the last Saturday.
Yep.
If we decide to do something, see you guys at Bottle Blonde Saturday.
Reschedule my flight for Sunday.
Yeah. Dude, you don't want to go out Sunday. Our buddy Trevor flew out Sunday at 6 a.m. once. Just didn't go to bed Saturday.
Oh, jeez.
Flew out just tweaking.
Rubber still flopping off the cocktail.
No, he didn't wear one. Whoa.
Dude, but the presser, I felt so bad at the presser. You said you almost had a panic attack at
Dude,
the presser?
I was just feeling like shit in general. And then the lights were so bright, and I was wearing a jacket, and it was warm in there. And like for a second, I was like, whoa, like had like a fucking, like I felt like I was gonna pass out. It's funny how media picked that up. And that made it sound like I was gonna die. Well, I guess it kind of felt like it. It was actually kind of scary.
I wish if you just tipped over.
I thought, dude, I was so close about just thinking about just getting up and walking off, but I'm like, I don't know if I could even walk. It was like a 2-minute phase to where I was like, whew, and I remember I had to answer a question in that phase, and I just like don't even really remember what they asked. And I just like, I'm gonna wed. I don't know what I said, but yeah, that was fucked. Dude, I wish I could have went and just felt better.
Fresh little
2C.
Little 2C.
Little Jimmy Gamble's action.
Dude, you're in Miami for 3 days. You're back for like a day. And then you text me, hey, I'm going to England. I was like, what? And then a huge time change.
Yeah.
You're sick there and getting hot flashes, not sleeping well and all kinds. And
not eating great.
And then like, hey, welcome to London. Here's raw eel.
Yeah, and then I fucking about 4 hours off the plane. They're saying he wants some eel. I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna die.
It's like, hey, are you in the mood for a photo shoot and raw eel?
Literally, that was all my whole day. But dude, flying with Emron, holy shit, I'm glad I didn't take your dumb ass. We would have got lost. We would have been fucking late. We would have been somewhere else. We would have been the wrong way. No, but flying with Emron, who's just an expert in flying, knows how to get into, knows all the lounges, knows all the little fucking faster ways to get through security, all this and that. Fucking lucky to fly with him. But yeah, it's nice. Me, you, Brandon, Tank are gonna be flying out about a little over 2 weeks from the fight, flying to Abu Dhabi and getting dialed in about probably 15, 16 days before the fight. Should be good.
Yeah. This one says, Raising Cane's founder Todd Graves purchased $100,000 worth of Mega Millions tickets for his 50,000 employees earlier this week, and when the jackpot wasn't hit on Tuesday, no one had the number on Tuesday, so that's why it keeps going up.
Oh shit, let's go.
The company said they'd do it again for Friday night's drawing, so it's Friday night. Metaverse's existential crisis.
Existential?
TikTok's taken over, so
Yeah.
Zuckerberg's got some major competition. It's fucking crazy how much TikTok has taken over, dude.
Yeah. Garrett's been doing a fucking great job running my TikTok. Whoa.
Dude,
Is that our audio?
Hey.
Oh, shit.
Huh?
I,
Are you sure? Should we save everything right now just in case?
yeah, our boy Garrett, he's a new part of the team. He's just been blowing up everything. He's just so good
Yeah.
at what he does, TikToks and little reels and stuff, so we're lucky to have him.
Yeah, big Garrett.
So, yeah, I wonder what's in stock, because the metaverse was this huge fucking thing. All of a sudden, now it's kind of taken a little...
Backseat.
While Zuck foil surfs toward the metaverse, an immersive internet that could be built over the next 10 years, Meta's losing its balance in the here and now. Revenue fell over a year for the first time in the company's history. Last quarter, Meta revealed in yesterday's earning reports. God damn, I remember waking up and everything. NFT, metaverse, this is like... And we jumped on board like a bunch of fucking
God, I had like
retards.
20-some thousand in my E-Trade, and I looked at it the other day. Fucking just dropped down to fucking basically nothing.
What was it in? Was it just random shit?
Daniel was the one running it.
Oh, okay.
So and
Everyone's
I'm sure he was doing
it.
good, but I told my mom, like, what the fuck? She's like, I've lost like $30,000 in it too. So I think it's just the market, just fucking taking a shitter right now. But
yeah, for sure. So yeah, we don't really have any flights planned.
nothing planned. Zero fucking traveling planned till Abu Dhabi, October 6th. I think we're leaving or some
Fuck,
shit.
I like that,
That's
dude.
perfect,
The
man.
thing is, do I hit up Drizzy, my boy Drizzy, and call him that? Say, yo, where are we going October 24th?
After? I mean, yeah.
So what's the plan, G? You want to come to Abu Dhabi? Want me to meet you in the fucking Canada?
Yeah. You guys, so you guys usually get a little bit high in the nights and watch a show. What do you like to watch usually, Dan?
Oh, dude.
Just porno?
Man. Yeah.
Every night.
Pretty much. Dude.
Pretty much.
Dude, that hotel I'm in is just getting fucked.
Yeah.
Right now.
Jizz all over the
Jizz on the
fucking
curtains.
Okay, so the things most people like, Ozarks I thought was solid. Stranger Things I thought was solid. I mean, I nothing like massively in particular.
Keeping up with Kardashians.
Keeping up with the Kardashians. No, I don't watch Kardashians.
Me neither.
But I'm gonna unfortunately admit I do watch Big Brother.
Do you?
So, yeah, I
I'm
do.
not sure what that is.
And I get mad at it every year because it's so fucking stupid. But for some reason,
Keeps you coming back.
I come back, yeah, like a dumbass. I get so
Like those
frustrated
massage
with
parlors.
it. But there's sometimes at the end of the day, I'm so fucking burnt from reading that amount of research, programming that much, recording and whatever, that I just want to turn my brain off. And something I don't have to pay attention to a lot. And
Watch
reality
stupid.
TV is easy for that.
Do you find it's easier to, I mean, not easier, but you're more present with the baby sometimes when you get a little herbs in you?
Oh, I feel like that for sure.
It's funner to play and just sit there and just be with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be sillier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely find
totally embrace their like little play world wherever, you know what I mean? Like they've created this whole game in their head and you can be right in it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Elena's learning how to jump, brinka, and she's like trying to figure out how to like hop, and it's the funniest shit ever. Watching her try to like jump. She's gonna like jiu-jitsu, I think, because I've been doing like when I do my cat cows and stretching and stuff. She's been jumping on my back and like trying to get seatbelt and shit. It's so funny.
Hallie's not walking yet, but she can crawl. Like she just learned to crawl and then now can crawl fast. But if I've got to do like a quick story or a quick post or something like that, I turn on the RoboVac and she'll just chase the vacuum around the room. It's like, okay, I just need 5 minutes. I'm gonna turn on the RoboVac and she's gonna be after it.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. My wife actually texted me while I've been here, and she was just on the main floor, and then she's like, "Where's Hallie?" And Hallie was upstairs for the first
crawled
time.
up the stairs?
She figured out. She was like, "We need a baby
God.
gate."
Yeah.
Our freaking baby's all the way upstairs.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What do you think? Sorry, change the subject, boys. What do you think should be next for Paddy Pimblett? Someone was saying
Bobby Green.
make Connor the fight. Connor needs to come back, get a win. They're both huge names. It's going to be a big fight. Like, it's not going to drop really Paddy's stock at all if Connor whoops him, which I feel like he would. Connor's sharp on the feet, dude. He's way sharper.
You feel like Connor would whoop him?
I feel like Connor.
Oh, I was gonna say because I didn't watch the fight, but a lot of people said Paddy looked like he lost the first round. It wasn't a very impressive first round.
He did lose that first.
100%.
Yeah.
That wasn't even a question.
Yeah.
That he lost.
So
the
is
first
Paddy
round.
world champion in the next 2 years? At 155.
Like nothing against him, but 100% no. I mean, he's just not that type of athlete. He doesn't have that expertise in wrestling and on the ground.
155 is killer's row.
I mean, depending on his training the next 2 years, he'll for sure get a lot better. But to that elite level, when he's
like
going against guys
or
like an Islam or a Charles or a Gamrot or any of
Poirier, like there's a lot of killers in that
So
division,
what if they
man.
give Bobby Green? Is that too big of a step up?
I mean, it's a winnable fight, but they're not going to do that because
They're going to
Bobby
try to
could
give
definitely
another.
beat him.
Yeah.
I mean, but the Conor fight, it's like it would be sweet. Everyone would watch it. It would be fucking huge, and it'd be perfect for Conor to start climbing again.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of options, man. Like,
Yeah.
you can kind of just pick. Like, there's a lot of guys that want to fight him.
Paddy seemed like a cool guy, though, did he?
Yeah. Fucking funny bastard.
That was a funny ass little wig you got.
Ugh, I felt gross in it. Felt ugly. I'm like, that would suck to feel like this all the time. Jokes. It's crazy how he made weight. I was like, that motherfucker was fat as shit 8 weeks before that and made weight. Can't be good for you.
No,
Says
that has to change.
Careful, you almost dropped Tupac.
The ABC rules on Eyepoke and neoprene sleeves are changing.
Oh.
A pair of proposed changes to the unified rules of MMA have been passed by the Association of Boxing Commission and Combat Sports on Wednesday. The ABC voted to change rules regarding how Eyepoke infractions are handled during a fight and the wearing of neoprene sleeves.
Damn, so count that as shit as a dub is what I just heard.
Should a referee call for a timeout to address an Eyepoke during an eye contact? During a contest, the afflicted fighter will now have maximum of 5 minutes to recover for a foul. After 5 minutes, should the fighter be unable to continue, the bout will be waived off. The result then depends on what round. What? That's the same fucking rule.
Well, Pedro right away was saying, I can't see, because that means the fight stopped. Rather than saying, hey, you got 5 minutes, let's see if you can see at the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That's the difference. So it's almost like a mandatory 5 now. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And, I mean, he made it seem like he want to get the fuck out of there. I don't blame him. Huh?
Very quickly. Yeah.
Danny said, Elena's at the gym. Don't let her see you. Oh, how is that supposed to happen?
You're going to Brandon's at 11 too?
Yeah, we all are.
Okay. Get a little workout here.
Yeah, get a little workout. It's been a fucking hell of a week training. It felt good. I'm surprised I was able to train as hard as I've been able to, considering like last week. My Oura ring has just been dog shit readiness. But I think it's been confused with Miami, London, then coming back. But got some good training in.
Dude. It's been a
really
good
good fucking training.
It's been very productive.
Yeah.
The amount of collaboration I've been able to do with the coaches and for this fight camp, it's completely different than any other time.
Yeah,
So
it's nice you and Brandon are boys now. You can text him. You guys can bounce ideas back and forth and shit. But
for sure, we were always boys. It's just there's something different about being together in person and then sitting
that
down,
first kiss,
that first kiss, dude. It's just magical. The next 12 weeks are gonna be something else.
Yeah. Well, should we get going? How far of a drive is it from here?
Not too bad. About 20 minutes, but
really,
we can get
oh,
going
shit,
up there.
That's not bad. Then we'll probably stop by Whole Foods. I've been talking this mac and cheese tri-tip steak up like a motherfucker. We went there twice and it hasn't been there.
Yeah.
Because I think it's been too late for lunch. But we'll probably hit that after I get fucking sauced up a bit.
If we don't win the lottery, we better get that tri-tip.
Dude, Friday afternoon, you guys are going to be looking at a whole new motherfucker, baby.
Yeah. Dan, I'm gonna buy you a Cybertruck when I.
Damn,
let's do it.
I'm gonna buy you a fake rollie.
But keep it here, so I'm forced to move here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll get a fake rollie too.
Yeah,
No, we'll
fake
buy
rollie.
you a little trailer at a trailer park with your Cybertruck.
Yeah, that'd be fire.
For your winter house.
God, my winter trailer here.
That'd be sick.
God.
Yeah, so, all right, guys. Thanks to our sponsor, VIIA Hemp. Code TMS. Check them out. Very good shit. So we'll see you guys next week. Love
What
y'all.
about the Kratom?
Yo, Kratom also, boys.
Yeah.
Also, check out the recent RedHawk recap with Dan Garner and Brandon on my page. So much fucking good information for young up-and-coming fighters or jiu-jitsu athletes if you want to learn how to eat in proper nutrition, which is so important. Check that pod out, boys. All right, love y'all.
Peace.
Peace.